Okay, so for students studying economics in Nepal, how can they decide whether a research-oriented master's or PhD abroad is the right next step?
Yeah, so this is a big question, right? So in my case, right, it was a no-brainer for me to come to USA because I went to Buran Secondary School, and it was generally the practice that people would apply to United States and come to United States. And then my own brother was in the United States, so it was a no-brainer for me to come to the United States. But for a lot of Nepalese students, there's this and a big question whether I want to continue being in Nepal or should I come to the United States. So again, it really depends on your career objective, right? So if you are someone who is working in Nepal while also like doing your master's thesis, and your eventual goal is to be in Nepal to contribute to the public service, Lok Seva, or to be in one of the Nepal Rashtra Bank, for example, a Rajya, Banijya Bank, or other places, right? Or keep contributing to NGO, INGO, right? If your eventual goal is that, right? So we do have a good master's program, at least in various universities in Nepal, like the TU University or the Kathmandu University, right? In the US, the good thing is that you get this really broad experience, right? You come to the US and you are become friends with a lot of people from a lot of different places. You get introduced to professors who are doing this really amazing research, and you start understanding things from this really broader perspective, right? When you come out of the Nepal, you understand, okay, this is interesting. This is something that I don't know. This is a new environment, and then you're trying to understand economics in relation to this environment, and also from a global perspective. So all those are there, but it comes at a big cost, right? For example, in the US right now, most PhD programs are funded, but they are very competitive, right? So you have to be very good to get into PhD program with good funding. But master students, there's a cost involved, right? So for example, at Texas A&M, we currently have two Nepalese students, and those Nepalese students are paying $20,000 a year. Right, so for Nepal, for Nepal, for Nepali students, there is almost 29 lakhs per year. So master's program is typically 2 years. So $20,000 plus each year is $40,000 in total. So that's we're looking at 55 to 60 lakhs, just to fund your education, right? So again, master's program typically the funding is limited, right? So all those costs are involved, right? So again, if it's for you to decide whether the opportunity cost or this trade-off of this his expense versus studying abroad is really worth it, or if you really sort of like want to do that, right? So those are questions for you to answer.